hero for every man a religion.
I'm ready now. Action, lights, camera. Are you there?
Who the fucking hell are you?
Well, my name's actually Simon, but the legions do call me Sammy.
Where are you from originally?
Manchester, England.
Where are you living these days in the Metroplex?
I'm living in Carrollton.
How long you been supporting United?
Oh, fucking hell. 1979. Yeah, 1979.
How'd you get into United originally?
Well, my dad took me. His dad took him. And yeah, that's the way it is in our family.
Do you remember your first game?
Well, the one that sticks out has got to be 1985-86 season. It was the 10th game of what was actually a 10-game winning streak at the start of the season. They played Southampton at home. And my dad took me. I'll never forget the crowd and stuff. And when I really was old enough to realise how much, you know, noise that place could make, it was 0-0. I remember Brian Robson had missed a penalty. Peter Shilton had saved it. And I think last few minutes, cross came in from the left, and then a very young, I think it was 19 years old, Mark Hughes, buried it. Right-footed, grass cutter, bottom left, place lifted. Place was on fire. It was shaking. But we won 1-0, and I was hooked from then. It was a great season.
Who's your favourite player, past or present? All-time favourite player?
Well, I've seen that many. So to be honest with you, I haven't really got one. I've got three. I think Roy Keane kept that team together in what was probably the most successful time for United in the 90s. I think Brian Robson, who's my first real hero in the 80s, it was something special. He was. I mean, the lad defied injuries. I mean, he would just, you know, he went in so hard. He was so fast off the mark. He could start to move, and then you know, from defence, pass it around a bit, get it back in midfield, pass it down the line, and he'd be there on the edge of the area heading it in. And Brian Robson was rightly so United and England captain for a lot of years. Fantastic player. We've got Keane, Robson, and then I was very, very fortunate to see Eric Cantona play. He was a fantastic player. Some of the things I saw while he played for United, some of the games, some of the goals, and some of the passes. I mean, I was privileged to watch him play, and if I could go back in time and watch him again, just for one half of football, I'd do that. I'd love to do that.
So any two players, you could bring any two players into United right now, who would it be?
Well, I think the first one would be one that they're probably going to bring in. Not too many North London Yidos are like this, but I think Gareth Bale is coming. Going to cost a few quid, but I think he's a ready-made replacement for Giggs. The kid's got pace, he's got goal-scoring ability, he's a strong lad, he's got massive ears, but I think he'll do really well. Yeah, and of course, there's one player I've always wanted to see at United, and although I hate the cunt, is Steven Gerrard. He would never obviously come United. I don't think Ferguson would ever even think about bidding for him, but he's got everything. 5 or 6 years ago, he was probably one of the best midfielders in the world, and it's a shame really, because he's won fuck all, hasn't he, at Liverpool? But that's his loss, and he beats people up in Southport. I'll leave that with you.
Most memorable moment as a United fan?
26th of May 1999, the third Graderia level, the new Camp Stadium in Barcelona. We played Bayern Munich, and we were losing 1-0 with a minute to go of added on time, and Steady Teddy Sheringham scored 1-1, and then with I think a Beckham corner just after that, 2-1, we won it. And I've been to a lot of United games, but it was that loud in that stadium when those goals went in that I couldn't hear anything. So it really was a deafening roar, and I was crying my eyes out, and I just couldn't believe it. It was the treble. It was the treble winning season, and hopefully they'll do it again sometime. But I'll never forget that. It's awesome. Yeah.
So, most painful moment as a United fan?
Well, back in the early 90s, we looked like we were going to win the league in 91-92, and played some good football. Great team. But a certain Mr. Eric Cantona, who signed for Leeds, kind of took Leeds up that level they needed to be, and United started losing games. We went to Anfield, I think, one of the last games of the season, and needed to win to stay in the hunt, or Leeds would have won it that day, and we got beat 2-0. And Ian Rush, actually, who'd never scored against United in donkey's years, he hadn't scored at all in any competition, scored, and then that was the icing on the cake. We lost 2-0, and we took a lot of ribbing that week. Yeah, not good, but there you go.
So do you have a favourite song or chant?
Yeah. Keno's fucking magic, he wears a magic hat, and when he seen Old Trafford he said I fancy that. He wouldn't sign for Arsenal or Blackburn cause they're shite. He signed for Man United cause they're fucking dynamite. Come on, Jace. Keno! There's only one Keno! Come on, United!
Only one Keno! So, when Fergie retires, when he finally retires,
When he does.
yeah, who would you like to see replace him?
Jose Mourinho. He's the only candidate, really. He's been there, seen it, done it, worn the t-shirt all over Europe, and I think when he signs for United, and I think he will, I think it's already written in stone that he'll stay at United, and I think the team will just carry on, much to the anger of our brethren down the M62 and our friends who used to manage down the old Kent Road, the old Rent boys. But that's my opinion. I think Mourinho, yeah, Jose Mourinho. Come on, son.
Speaking of which, most hated rival club.
You know, Liverpool. Any more questions?
Why?
Fucking hate them.
Tell us
I mean,
about why.
I was born into a world where Liverpool won everything and United didn't. I mean, they won so much in the 70s and 80s. United won, I think, 2 FA Cups, and that was it. And you know, I've took so much grief being you know, diehard United growing up as a kid, that my hatred grew and grew for them. And Ferguson came along, has done what he said he was going to do, knocked them off their fucking perch. And how do you like me now? Yeah, they're doing well. Got Liverpool. Fucking hate them.
Have you ever decked an opposing fan?
Liverpool fan. But don't tell me, Dad. He'll probably see this on Facebook, and if he does, I'll defriend him. But before he sees it, no. But yeah, I was outside Anfield in Stanley Park in, I think, '89. There was a bit of a rumble, and I managed to get a right good connection on some twat who came at me, and yeah, proud to say.
So what do you make of the Glazers?
Well, it's a question you get asked all the time. It's like, you know, they've put the club into debt, they've done this, they've done that, and everyone hates them and wish they'd go and looking for the next takeover. But you got to look what they've done. They've put the money where their mouth is. They've written checks haven't bounced. They've bought who Fergie's asked them to buy, and look at the way United have won things. I mean, they've won, since they took over, 3 league titles. Hopefully this season's number 4. A couple of League Cups, a World Club Championship, and a Champions League. I mean, United have been successful, just on paper they're not. We've got enough money to service the debt. You know, carry on. No problem. I mean, yeah, not good not good that they're in debt, but they keep winning. I'm okay with that. Madrid are in the same boat. They don't win anything.
Carlos Tevez.
He's a cunt. Why'd you ask me that?
Do you figure he's...
Every time I put the kettle on, I think of Carlos Tevez. For obvious reasons. He's a total cunt. Don't ask me questions like that. He didn't ask the other lads questions like that. But no, I think it was good when he was a United player. I mean, he's not going to win anything, is he? I mean, you know, it'd be good. It's good to see City actually competing against United.
Do you reckon he smells as bad as he looks?
It must be fucking really bad then, because he's an ugly twat. I say that now. He's one ugly fucker, isn't he? I mean, that thing on his neck looks like he's got a vagina. I bet it's nice. Nice to have sex with.
Right, so...
Alright.
Right, so last question.
Yes.
United are top of the table. We've reached the round of... the 6th round proper of the FA Cup. We're going to play the winner of Arsenal or Leighton Orient on a replay. Look at the Champions League. We're in the round of 16. We've got Marseille. How do you think United are going to finish this season?
Yeah, never predict it. Never. It always comes back and bites you on the anus, doesn't it? You never predict it. You go along the lines of what Fergie says and you say, look, if we carry on as we're doing, we've got a very good chance.
Fantastic. Sammy, good interview, buddy. Thanks.
All the best.
For each your own.